Hi there, Michael here, and welcome to my first devlog. Kind of. For the past 8 months, I've been working on a modestly multiplayer online role-playing game called Mirrorstone. I've been streaming the development every Monday and Tuesday at 6 PM UK time over on my Twitch account, MikeVDev. Mirrorstone is an isometric, small-scale pixel art online RPG written in Rust using the Bevy engine and inspired by classic MMOs like Ultima Online, Meridian 59, and Runescape. It is set in a classic fantasy world, but unlike other games, it has the promise that you are truly unimportant. While there are quests for you to do, they won't be asking you to save the world or become the hero of the realm, because this just isn't going to be that kind of game. I don't intend to get too technical in the devlog, as we already streamed the development itself, and I figure that this can just be a nice catch-up of the things that we've already added. That being said, a little bit of technical info will be needed about the engine and game structure before we dive into the actual game information. Bevy, for those of you who haven't heard of it, is an ECS-based game engine written in the Rust programming language. ECS stands for Entity Component System, and what this means is that rather than having to walk through object-oriented component trees, as you would in a more traditional engine like Unity or Unreal, you have systems which query specific bits of data from any entity in the game based on what you actually need at the time. Mirrorstone uses a custom TCP-based networking layer and server, TCP having been picked due to my choice of having the game run on 600 millisecond game ticks and me valuing packet consistency over communication speed. I say kind of earlier on because this game is actually the result of me focusing the scope of the project we were previously building a little over a year and a half ago, so as to allow myself to really build the project that I want to without getting overwhelmed. As of right now, a lot of the basic functionality has already been added to the game, but there's still a lot to do. When you log in for the first time, you will be asked to customize your character and stats. These stats will impact your character in a number of ways, from attack speed to your ability to interact with certain items. The game is tile-based with a point-and-click based movement system and a world that is made up of chunks that are 20 tiles by 20 tiles large. The game uses an instancing system to scale up or down the number of chunk copies running at any one time to ensure that you're never in a chunk that gets too crowded with players. I already have a fully functional inventory and equipment system with different equipable items appearing visually on your character and impacting your stats in a number of different ways. Combat is currently click and wait, using your stats for attack speed, damage, and resistance, with a magic system planned to be added at a later date. When you defeat an NPC in combat, they will drop items from a random drop table, allowing you to potentially upgrade your gear. In-game chat is also fully functional, but currently limited to the current chunk instance, although this is intended to be configurable at a later point. Mirrorstone has fully interactable NPCs which will speak to you via the chat, just like you're talking to any other player. This system is currently keyword based, but will later be expanded to feel more immersive. This is very much inspired by Meridian. Some NPCs even have shops which you can buy and sell items from, with prices being impacted by a simple supply and demand system. I can't wait to show you more of Mirrorstone as I develop it, and if you'd like to watch the development live, you can do so over on my Twitch account every Monday and Tuesday at 6 PM. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at the game that I'm building, and that you consider liking the video and subscribing to be made aware of future updates to the game. I hope to see you in the comments section, and potentially even in the stream in future. Thanks again.